Hello everybody and welcome to the launch of Bounce Back Jack. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! So we're live. So it's me, Sarah Griffiths. I am a children's author and the creative learning director at EYFShome. And we're here with Jack Maunder. And we are delighted, Jack, to be joined by you. You are a Premiership rugby player for Exeter Chiefs. And me and Jack have written our story together, Bounce Back Jack. So welcome to our live launch.
Welcome. Lovely to see you again over digital. Lovely to see everyone.
Yeah, it's lovely for you all to be with us today. So me and Jack have collaborated on this really, really special book, Bounce Back Jack. So we wanted to share, didn't we, Jack, with children, just how important it is to support ourselves, especially at this time, this really difficult time that we're all going through, to pick ourselves up. And when things go wrong, we want you to try again. And that's really the message from the story. And in the story, we want you to look out for some really wise words that are in there. So, Jack, you know what I'm talking about.
The robin.
It's all about the robin.
Keep an eye out for a little bird.
So we're going to share the story together, and then Jack's going to be sharing a little bit about his sporting life, and he's brought some special things as well to show you, which is really exciting. So if we look back, Jack, we wrote this story together in November last year, 2020.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe it's 2021 already.
I know.
It's just gone so quick.
But it's weird, isn't it? It feels like yesterday that we started out. But all the little bits and pieces and the work behind the scenes of, it seems like it's, today has taken ages to get to, hasn't it? In a weird way. It feels like we started yesterday, but it's taken ages to get to Thursday. So, everyone's done such a fantastic job, haven't they? And you included, Sarah. Everyone's worked so hard behind the scenes, haven't we? And
it's so exciting, though.
We're ready.
So exciting. Yeah, and it's such a special thing to be part of, that we can't wait to share the story with you. But we wanted to talk to you a little bit about why we wrote the story. So as a children's author, I really love to rhyme my stories, and I also like to add a little bit of magic as well. So you'll notice, if you've read any of my other books, they've always got that little spark of magic within them. But I wanted to capture you, Jack, within the story, and your love of sport. And obviously, as a professional rugby player, it's really important for young children to see you and how you were when you were younger, and that you didn't always find sport easy, not every sport. So
still don't. If anything, I think I find it harder now than I did back then. So.
But I think that's what's really lovely to share with our youngest children at this time, that we're not all great at everything, and it's okay to not be good at things, but it's about our focus and how we choose to look at that and how we choose to move forward. And I know, Jack, you wanted to share that really important message with children to stop, to pick yourself up and try again. And it's all about that perseverance, that resilience.
I think resilience is probably the word. I think it's so easy at the moment to get yourself into that negative bubble, that starting to get agitated and start worrying of things that really you can't control. So it's just, it's a fun, great book, something to lighten up your day, hopefully, and get behind, but also take a really important message from. And I think it's a message that, when you're young, if you really nail it, I think it sort of sets you up and it gives you the foundations, for the rest of your life. I'm sure you agree, Sarah, and I can definitely say this. There are moments that you sort of do need to take a little breath, especially, there's big decisions coming, or for me, it's sort of if there's a big game coming, I can start to worry about it on the Monday or Tuesday, when really there's no need. You just need to take it day by day, and enjoy what's sort of right there in front of you. And I think that message right now has never been more important. And I think you've done a wonderful job with this book and showing that key message, really, Shah.
Oh, Jack, it's such a pleasure, though, to collaborate with you, because I think that's what's really wonderful. And we'll talk a little bit more about this after the story. But Andy Goff is he's basically one of the co-founders of EYFShome, who had this vision. The man. But EYFShome have all kind of had this drive to bring this book forward, and he was the person who had the vision to bring talent and teachers together. And this is why we're here today. So we'd love to tell you a little bit more about that afterwards, but that's why it's so exciting to kind of get this out there, because we've known about this since November, and now today's the day that, you know, it's going to get to those children. Yay!
All set.
Yes, so the story really shares how to focus our minds as well. And I know, Jack, you've talked in a few interviews with me about, you know, how we have that perseverance, that resilience, but it's also about having that great supportive network of family and friends around us as well, that will really kind of take us through those tough times in our lives. And I think everybody's feeling that at the moment, you know, people who are on their own, who are reaching out on social media, on, you know, digitally, because we need to have those people around us to support us, and those people, families who are all at home, you know, we all need each other. And this book really is all about that. It's about how we can support ourselves, but also reach out to those people around us too.
I think that's a really important point that you said at the end. You know, you might be feeling okay, but the role that you can play by helping a mate, or, you know, helping your brothers or sisters at home, you know, especially if you're at home and homeschooling, you know, you can help your little brother or something with maths or English. You know, I was lucky that my sister was very, very clever, which probably which means that I probably got slightly better grades than I probably deserved. So, you know, that support network that you said is invaluable, and I was very lucky that I had a great set of parents. I've got great siblings, cousins, you know, all very Devon, but all my cousins sort of live very close together. So, you know, especially in the time of isolation where you do have to be careful, but you know, Zoom quizzes and, you know, it seemed a bit weird at the start, didn't it? But we all got quite used to it very quickly, and all got very lucky. But, you know, this book is sort of about, you know, a young boy at school, and I can sort of think back to when I was at school and all the good mates that I had, playing cricket, rugby, you know, running races. You know, I had, you know, two great mates I lived with. You know, I was at Harlem and Don Bess, and you sort of push each other and you take the mickey out of each other, but it's sort of all for a good cause. And it's sort of those memories that you make. I know I can sort of lead towards the sporting thing. But it's those memories that you make when you're at school and you've got, you know, a good fun away day and you spend a bit of time together on the bus. You know, all those fun memories that you make really add up. And I think you got to just be conscious that not everyone is, you know, having a great time, especially at the moment. And you just got to, you know, everyone's got to buy in and look after each other. And just make sure that everyone's having as good a time as you are, or, you know, if you're not having a great time, then speak out, because there will be someone who will be ready there waiting and looking after you.
Definitely, just like the little Robin in the story. It can help us when things go wrong.
Exactly. Everyone's got one somewhere. And it might even be someone that you're not really expecting. And I was lucky that I probably had I was lucky that I had quite a few, especially when I was probably a bit younger and trying to juggling everything. You know, Charlie Guppy, who was probably very much sort of my Robin from the book, very wise old man. He'll kill me for saying he's old, but he is old, so he'll have to get over that now. But you know, there's sometimes people need different personalities, and the Robin will be a different personality to each person. So just keep taking it from each experience, and you'll go a long way.
Yeah, so I reckon, Jack, we're ready to share the story. What do you think?
Yeah, well, here we go.
So we're going to do
our
first live reading.
I think most of the kids will probably be able to read better than me, which is a bit of a struggle.
So off we go. So this is our wonderful first story, our collaborative story at EYFShome, Bounce Back Jack, written by me, Sarah Griffiths, with Jack Maunder, and illustrated by the fabulously talented Lisa Williams. So we're so excited to share this with you. So off we go. Jack loved everything about sport. Outdoors, he loved to play. Football, rounders, rugby, cricket. He would practice night and day. When Jack was playing team games, he would feel such happiness. working together to score points and achieving great success. When Jack was only 7, he had a sporting dream to play rugby for his country, to be in the England team. I just love Lisa's pictures as well. Look how happy you all are.
I know. She even got my school colours right, which is just
Amazing.
unbelievable.
I know, I love it. And
she's really brilliant, Lisa, isn't she?
She's fabulous, and that she's really captured like that lovely, like happy time at school when everyone's enjoying their sport together.
Yeah.
One day, Jack was at school. It was time to do PE. There was something bothering Jack, but it was difficult to see. Jack, Tom, and Freya were running in a race. Tom came first, Freya next, and Jack came in 3rd place. His positive thoughts turned negative. Oh, I'm no good, they're all faster than me. Jack forgot about his many strengths that were clear for all to see.
Fair to say speed is still not an asset of mine. That's some things don't change.
That's the thing, and I think it's nice for children to see that, you know, we're not good at everything, and even as a professional sportsman, you know, there's still sporty things that you strive to be better at, but you try your best, and that's all we need to remember. That's
a nice way to put it. Try and be better. I think most of my mates will agree that I'm as slow as they come.
Do you want to do the next bit?
Yeah. Then it was time for team games. Jack's class played basketball. Lauren threw to Jack, but he tripped and had a fall. Jack felt sad and shouted, "I'm rubbish at this game." His thoughts, unkind and cruel, full of anger and self-blame. Next, it was time for cricket. Tom launched the ball towards Jack. He was too close to the wicket. The bails fell as he stepped back. Jack was furious with himself and ran off the cricket pitch, banging his fists onto the ground. He sat down in a ditch.
You really did that, Jack, didn't you?
Oh God, too many times. Too many. Cricket's a tough sport, to be honest. you have more down days than good days with cricket, that is for sure.
Thoughts that came into his head made Jack feel terribly sad. Oh, I'm no good, I keep making mistakes. Poor Jack felt really bad. Suddenly, a bird appeared. She perched on a nearby tree. She chirped and tweeted loudly, and Jack looked up to see. Look, there she is, the little robin we were telling you about. She's very, very wise. And I love that picture of you, Jack. I mean, you just look so sad, but then you kind of got a little bit of hope in your eyes as you look at her, and she's kind of whistling away
enough.
to you. Just enough. A beautiful red robin was staring right at him. As he looked back at the robin, Jack began to grin. The robin flew onto his hand and she began to speak. Jack was in amazement as the words came from her beak. And that lovely picture as well, Jack, of you just staring at the robin. It's beautiful.
I had a better lid back then, didn't I, probably? I think Lisa's done me a favour with the haircut. I'm not sure I look that cool at school, to be honest. Right, here we go. The robin's about to tear up. "Come on, Jack, bounce back," the robin softly said. Jack gazed in astonishment. He stared and scratched his head. "Don't give up, Jack. Count to 10. Take a deep breath and try again. Say it out loud. I can do it. I am right on track. I know what to do now. Come on, let's do this, Jack."
I love the way Lisa's got the robin's wing as well. Like
pointing
she's
right
in charge, isn't she? She's like, "Come on." It means business.
Yeah, I think I've seen my mum try that pose a few times when I've been told off.
Love it.
Suddenly, the robin's words sparked a feeling of delight. "Thank you so much, Mrs. Robin. I know that you are right." Another day, another pitch, and Jack was playing ball. When he passed back to his teammates, he heard the robin's call.
And I love the little extra bits, like Lisa's got the little robin just in the tree over here.
Yeah.
Just watching you all, waiting, making sure you're following her guidance. Don't give up, Jack. Count to 10. Take a deep breath and try again. Say out loud, I can do it. I am right on track. I know what to do now. Come on, let's do this, Jack. And Jack's thinking, I think I can do this.
Maybe, just
like
maybe.
Pondering. Oh, it's lovely.
Little joker.
Jack felt his energy moving all around, running faster than ever before on the rugby ground. Jack realised it was his thoughts that had been in control, and as he looked in front of him, the ball began to roll. So I love it, that realisation, that moment when you're like, oh, I know it's me that's getting in my way and I just need to say the right thing.
A light bulb moment.
Yes, you had that light bulb moment, definitely.
Jack grabbed the ball and ran so fast. If I wish this was true. And he really was flying high. And when he touched down on the line, Jack had scored a try. Jack's tale is very special, and his Robin friend so wise. When we control our thoughts, we'll have the best surprise.
Yeah. And your face
Sadly,
on that picture, love it.
Yeah.
No one's getting my ball. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's great.
Be like Jack when he feels sad. Don't give up. Just count to 10. Take a deep breath in and out, and then just try again. Say out loud, I can do it. I am right on track. I know what to do now. Let's do this, just like Jack.
Yay!
Yeah, there you
did
go. Hopefully everyone was sort of reading along and enjoying it with us.
Yes, I really hope you've enjoyed that, everybody. It's such a pleasure to share this, and I think for me as an author to read it together with you, Jack, what an honour. So thank you so much for sharing that with me, and for all of our people and children, families, schools, nurseries that are watching too. How exciting.
How exciting. Yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed that.
Yes, yeah, I mean, I really, it was wonderful, really wonderful experience. So and just lovely to know that that book's now available on Amazon. So if you want to get behind us today, you know, it's available to buy, and it's going to, all the proceeds that we raise are going to go to Jack's chosen charity. So it's an amazing
all
thing
going
to get
a
behind.
good cause.
Definitely, yes.
And you can also, it's going to go up on Twitter and Facebook, isn't it, Sarah? So
yes,
if you like it, or there's any part of the book, you know, that you really like, or just want to comment, whoever your Robin is, then please comment and share it, and you know, tag the people that, you know, your little support network, because I'm sure they'll love knowing that you appreciate them, and also, you know, that you're there for them as well. So, you know, just I think it's just sort of a part of that feel good story, isn't it, Sarah? It's just tagging and making sure everyone's involved.
It's kind of celebrating everybody, isn't it? And being your own cheerleader, but also, you know, that you've got those cheerleaders backing you in your life. They're cheering you on. They're, you know, those friends, like you said, come on, Jack, you can do it. You could feel who they were, and it's just amazing. And to thank those people, I think is just lovely as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really, really special. So now, would you like to, Jack, share some of your memories? You've got some memorabilia and things that you brought along to show us from your rugby days. Would you like to share that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't actually, I don't sort of keep too much. It's something that I started thinking the other day that I should start doing. But you know, I've got, so this is obviously an extra chief stop. I've got with sort of, you know, my favorite number, so to speak, and I had to change it when my little brother started taking my spot. They had to add the J to make sure we don't get.
Is it number 9, Jack?
Don't get the two mixed up. So, so that's obviously.
Oh, it's number 9. So is that your lucky number?
That's our away kit. You know, and it's something that's really cool. Sort of every time you get to see, you know, when you start a game for Chiefs, you get your name on the back, and they let you keep the shirt sort of at the end of the season. And especially probably with the, you know, with the away shirts, there's lots of fun bus trips and memories that go along with it. You know, we've had a few great times on the buses back, especially back from Leicester and Newcastle. I can sort of remember, I think it was my second or third game, I think, when I was 18.
Yeah.
You know, it's a 7.5-hour bus trip up and a 7.5-hour bus trip back, and you're getting back at 6:30 in the morning, and you're driving back home, barely keeping your eyes open whilst people were going to work. So that was sort of that was an interesting,
long day.
that was a long old day. Yeah, I think I played 1 minute or something as well, but sort of doesn't matter when you're 18, does it? I sort of
just to be part of that, and that was your dream from being so young.
Yeah.
So did you say, Jack, that number 9 is it a lucky number?
It's just my favorite. It's just my favorite. It sort of means that you know, you're when you're playing, you sort of strive to be in the starting team. So
amazing.
That number sort of signifies that you've been chosen to start, and you know, that's obviously sort of a big thing when you're playing for, especially for such a good team like Exeter. You know, the competition's so high, and you just sort of want to do the position justice. So and sort of on that theme of being young and sort of only just starting out, one thing that Exeter do really well is they give you your debut shirt. So this is my starting debut shirt, which was on the 12th of February 2017. So I think I was only 18 at the time.
Oh, that's amazing! What a lovely thing to have to keep.
Oh yeah, I'd have been 18, I think. So it was against Wasps. I think we drew. Sorry, you can sort of see it at the bottom there.
Oh wow! So it's got
They do
starting debut.
Yeah, so it was against Wasps. It was against Wasps. I think it was at home. I think it was Sam Simmons's. I remember Sam Simmons playing, because you sort of don't forget when you play with those sort of players. So, and we drew 32-32. I think it was sort of the last play of the game sort of jobby. So definitely not one to forget. I think we all went to the Globe after in Topsham as a family. There was about 20 of us, and we all had probably more drinks than I can remember, celebrating, and it's sort of a special day, and just try and soak it all in, really.
Do you remember getting handed that shirt, and how did you feel when you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the club captain does it, which is really cool. That it's a sort of a player-led thing. And I do remember it because it's quite embarrassing. You have to stand up in front of all the squad, and I remember being sort of like not really wanting to stand up and grab it, but no, I regret it. And then I think my parents went and got it all framed and stuff. So
amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's definitely something you don't forget.
I think it's lovely just to share this, like, about your background and how you've got to where you are today, and it's fabulous, Jack. Thank you for sharing that with us.
That's all good. It's happy memories to sort of happy memories to be going back through, to be honest, because it's probably not something that you do, because you're always thinking about the next thing, the next game, and probably don't really have time to pause and reflect on these cool little bits and moments that you look back on very fondly. So this is another really cool thing. So this is actually not anything sort of to do with me, but this is Sandy Park taken from a plane right above.
Wow.
And actually, why I love it so much is that it used to be a hooker that used to play for Exeter, George Meldrons, who played hooker with my dad, and he's the one, and his son is in the RAF, and I think so they've taken this photo and given it to me. I just thought it was really cool, to be honest. Yeah. It's just a really cool picture of, obviously, some great memories of being had at Sandy Park, and obviously it's your home club, and something that I've always wanted to play whilst growing up. So it's just a fun sort of memory, and I just thought it was a really cool photo. And the fact that he obviously played with Dad back in the day. It just makes it a bit more special. So yeah, all good fun and games. And then probably this is just the ball that, you know, we sort of play and chain with. I don't know, it would be quite cool if people sort of see it. So it's just, this is the Premiership Cup. So this is sort of, this is a competition that runs alongside Europe and the Premiership, and it's sort of been known to give the younger lads a bit of a chance. So it's sort of where we all start off, and that's where we all try and make our mark and impress the coaches and stuff. And it was sort of my first, the Prem Cup was my first sort of major competition final. We lost to Leicester. We never should have lost, but we did that day. But it was sort of a cool day because it was at the Stoop. It was my first sort of final. I didn't play in many finals when I was at school. We didn't really get to them. So it was quite cool to experience a final and the hype of the week and everything that goes along with it. So yeah, no, that's just a cool little thing. And then the last one is just I mentioned him just before, but a mate called Don Bess, who's doing wonderful things in cricket. So we grew up together, me and Bessie. I've known him since I was probably about 6 years old. And he got me after my debut for England. He got me this, so it's just a cool photo. And he's just got the date and the score at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, that's probably one of my most sort of treasured memories, for lots of reasons, but just the fact that he went through such an effort to get it for me. I can't have been cheap, bless him. So that was really
special, Jack, isn't it? I think he's your little Robin. Isn't he?
Who, Bessie? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think he's a bit too cheeky to be.
Oh, is he? That's his moment.
No, he's doing. It's quite cool. He's off in Sri Lanka at the moment. I think they've just finished their last day of training. I think they got a test match next week versus Sri Lanka. So he's busy battling jet lag and hot conditions. So yeah, I should probably give him a call actually and check he's getting on all right. But yeah, that's sort of, I don't try and keep too much, but they're sort of cool little things to remember, debuts and sort of the memories that are attached with it. So yeah,
it's those first times, isn't it? Yeah, and having those shirts that you get to keep for those debuts, all of that, and the photographs, it means so much. And I think what you said, Jack, about when you look back and reflect, sometimes we're so busy we don't get time to do that. I think it's really important to all do that in our families, to see how far we've come, especially at this time. It's such a tough time. Think about just the last few weeks that we've got through, and some of the things that you do together as a family, that can mean quite a lot. You just take that time to reflect on things. It's lovely. Yeah, so thank you so much, exactly, Jack, for sharing that with us.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Amazing. So we wanted to say some big thank yous today, didn't we, Jack, for actually getting here with the story, and just to really show our appreciation to get this book out today. So is there people that you would like to thank?
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank yourself, Sarah.
Pleasure.
And it's been good fun, hasn't it? And I think Andy Goff and Sarah Pretty and everyone that's sort of gone along with it and helped us out, haven't they? We owe them a big thank you, and especially for Andy, who got in contact. He got in contact a long time ago, sort of saying if there was anything that we could do and that he would love it if sort of fellow Blundell's lad sort of got involved. And he's really helped me out. I've probably got a few weaknesses, and sort of organisation is probably one of them. And I think Andy's definitely helped me on the way, and I think you have as well, sending me little checklists and everything like that. But also Lisa Williams, because I think hopefully everyone agrees, and if you do comment underneath it, that the illustrations are just unbelievable, and the attention to detail. She got some old photos of me when I was back younger, to make sure that sort of the guy looks probably a better version of myself back in the day. So I think she's done me some favours there. And also, I want to obviously, and I want to thank the boys at the club who are going to do a little reading of each page. You know, the taking time to help us out has been brilliant. You know, and we've mentioned it before, but it's always there's never a wrong time to thank your little support network at home. So you got, you know, parents, siblings, cousins, you know, my 2 housemates. It's always good to just keep acknowledging the fact that you know, they're always good to you and you're always there for them.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jack. It's lovely, really great to be a part of this. So I just wanted to do my thank yous as well. Massive thank you to you, Jack, obviously, for being a part of this, because this is the first book where we've collaborated with talent, with a professional sportsman, and our sort of vision is to go forward to work with many more people like yourself, who we can inspire the younger generation with these really positive messages, these core skills and values that are going to help children not only through this tough time but throughout their lives. And I think this is really so important that we teach children at a young age, from the start, you know, from 2-3 years old. You know, you can start by telling these stories and planting those seeds, which is just lovely. And as an author and as a teacher, you know, it's like a dream for me to be part of something like this, because it means so much. So massive thanks to you, Jack, and I hope we can maybe do more together. That would be amazing. And I want to say massive thanks to all the team at EYFShome, because it's just such an honour to work with all of you, and just what an amazing team of people to be part of. And a special thank you to Andy Goff, you know, our kind of visionary who had this idea to bring teachers and talent together, and that's why kind of we're here today sharing this story with you all. So this book marks the start, Andy, of your vision, and I'm really honoured to work with you and all of the team too. I just want to say huge thanks, because this book was put together and published by Team Author UK, a wonderful company to be part of. So Sue Miller, she heads up Team Author UK. Obviously we've mentioned Lisa Williams, my very talented illustrator. She's done a lot of my other books that I've written. And also to Sarah Fountain, she's the book designer. She's absolutely fantastic at putting it all together. So massive thanks to Team Author UK. And I just wanted to say, Jack, like you said about your friends and family, I want to say massive thanks to my mum and dad, because I have such lovely memories when I was little, you know, growing up. I grew up in Bridgnorth in Shropshire, so not too far away from Telford where I am now. But they always used to take me to the library. They would always read me stories, and you know, from being very young. So I really think that their love of telling stories has you know, passed on to me, and wanting to share this with children. So massive thanks to them, to all my friends and family for their just amazing support, and just that encouragement. And they get really excited with me as well, which I think kind of spurs us along, doesn't it too?
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to say a big thanks to Blundell School as well, because they're going to be part of this activity day. So we've talked about the story, but we're actually on EYFShome.com. So if you go on there today and click today's activities, Jack is basically teaching his activity day all about Bounce Back Jack. Do you want to just say a little bit, Jack, about what you've done on the activity day?
Yeah, so I've, you know, with the help of a housemate, we've got a few fitness drills, and they're going to be really easy, and stuff that you can also you can either do inside, or you can do it outside if you've got a little area, and lots of little things that probably I did when I was back at Blundell's, which is where it all started and probably where this story originated from. So yeah, and then there's going to be a few little ball skills. Again, they're going to be nice and small stuff that you can do in the house, but definitely stuff that will help coordination and little just fun little skills that can definitely help and keep you entertained as well. So yeah, have a look out. If you like them, comment. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, also comment, and I'm sure we can find a way of putting them up there. And you can either set me little challenges as well, which is also fun.
Amazing. Yeah, so your old school Blundells is going to be part of the activity day. It's going to be shared with all of the children there. So it's amazing to bring it back to where it all began for you, Jack. We're really excited to be there.
Emily's been brilliant with that, hasn't she? She's helped us out loads, and it's nice to have a, especially with Blundells, obviously, because I went there. It's nice to be in collaboration with them, isn't it? And they've been brilliant and helped us out loads. So a massive thank you to them.
Amazing. Yeah, to all the children that are watching, to all the families, the nurseries, the schools, we can't thank you enough for your support. And just wanted to give a special shout out to some children and staff. They're very close to my heart. There's Appleywood Primary School in Telford. So a massive thank you to you for your support, and hello to everybody there. Also, Jack says hello. And the Old Hall School in Wellington. Massive thanks to you for your amazing support always, and Moorville Primary School. So Jack, this is where I used to teach for 11 years, so they've got a really close to my heart, and I know that they're watching today, so it's really, really special. And so we just want to say thank you so much for watching, for all your support today. And as we mentioned, the book is available on Amazon, and all the proceeds will go to Jack's chosen charity. So just please support us in any way you can. So I just want to leave today, Jack. Do you want to say anything just as we finish?
No, just a massive thank you, and sort of any way that you can help, either mention it, posting, sharing, or buying the book. It's been a great sort of journey, and I think we've all got a lot out of it. So hopefully it'll continue and everyone else enjoys it. But thank you so much for joining us today. We've had a great time, haven't we, Sarah? And hopefully all you guys enjoy the videos. So it's been fantastic.
Exciting, really exciting, and I can't wait to see what comes next as well. So thank you so much, Jack, and thank you to everybody.